I love that in episode 1, we were like, we're not Disney files. We don't really care. And now we thought it was going to be one episode of us talking Disney World, and we're on the third one.
Disney.
So we were there for a week.
I know.
So much happened.
And it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It's like a trip of a lifetime. Like, we're probably not going to do it again.
No. And you know what? Neither of us were able to do it as kids, and it was something that we always dreamt about doing, and then we were able to do that for our kids.
And I've had friends who have gone out to like Orlando, and they've done the Airbnb and then just gone to the park, and I think that's cool.
Yep.
We wanted to do it to where like we were always on the resort, always having that Disney level of like service, and then I wanted to try all the transportation stuff.
I know, you can take the boat.
Yeah.
The Skyliner.
Yeah, which are like these big old buckets that go through the sky that you can ride on.
Which are so fun.
Yeah.
The Magical Express.
A bus.
Or a bus.
Or a bus.
Yes.
It was always lame when we got on the bus because like you're on a boat one moment.
Yep.
And then you're just like on this bus, like mass transit.
Meh.
But it was fine.
Yo.
It was still, look, it's still Disney quality, everything.
Yes.
So this is our third episode of Our Savings Starts Tomorrow. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, please do so. That's like all the photos that we're talking about are up there. And then don't be shy. Rate, review, subscribe.
Good reviews.
Let's go. Let's do it. And we want to get to the next resort that we stayed at, which was the Disney Beach Club, which really the Disney Beach Club and the Yacht Club are the same resort. Why are they calling it two things?
Bill, the Yacht Club is a little classier.
Did you feel like walking through it was?
A tiny bit.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Beach Club, very nice.
Yeah.
Beach Club was more easy, breezy, beachy
Laid
vibe.
back.
Yes.
It's like Martha's Vineyard.
Yes. And then Yacht Club was like a little bit
Stuffy.
stuffier. Yes.
I didn't feel that way. They're combined.
They are.
Half the time I didn't know which part I was
and
in.
the pool area is just one big pool area for both.
And I did the research, and they say that this is the Disney pool to do.
And it was very cool.
Yeah. In fact, when I started talking to like cast members, they were saying that people constantly try to sneak into this pool. It's called Stormalong Bay?
Yes.
Because it's just, there's a huge water slide that actually, it starts not even on the resort. You have to leave like the pool, go over to this pirate ship, climb up to the top of a mast, and then go down the slide.
It's fun.
Underneath a waterfall.
Yes. 2 waterfalls.
2 waterfalls to get back to the pool.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It was very fun.
There's a lazy river. The pool, like the bottom of the pool is sand. So you're not getting like your feet cut up on like anything.
And there's a whole sandbar area. So if you've got little ones, actually even our kids, they played over there in that sand area a lot.
Yeah.
Just building sand castles and...
It was great. And there's tons of lifeguards. And of course, like I felt safe with our children. I mean, they could swim and everything, but... Everyone was there, and then when we were there, it was during the pandemic, but you didn't have to wear masks. And then they still had like drink service going on and food.
Yep.
And that's where we found the frosés.
Oh, I cannot recommend those enough.
That's really what you're all about.
Yep.
And they had the hot tubs. You know what? I will say they had hot tubs. They realized that kids always want to be on a hot tub, no matter if it's 90 degrees or 50 degrees. Kids love being just in hot water for some weird reason.
The kids, you and I would be laying out, just enjoying ourselves. It's like, it's Florida. It's like 90 plus degrees.
Oh, just sweating. Just like constantly.
120% humidity.
Dehydrated.
Yes, because we had one too many frosés. And then our kids would be like, can we go in the hot tub? Will you go in the hot tub with us? And I'm like, no, I can't.
I would die. So I would like put my toe in because you had to have an adult there.
Yes.
And that was it. I'd be like, oh, this is miserable.
Why do you want to be in here?
Hey. And they also had like activities out by the pool though, which were cool.
Yeah, they had trivia and there was like a
dance and songs.
Yeah.
And they had some arts and crafts out there. Like they were just busy with things. So there were always things to do. And the pool was open late.
I loved that.
Me too.
I really liked that. It was open when we were there. I don't know if it changes, but it was open until 11.
Yeah.
And all the parks were closing fairly early, which we were okay with. We're an early family.
Yeah.
But it's so hot. We would come back and then we would instantly just change into our suits and go down to the pool at 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And just hang out for another hour.
And just cool off and splash around. And it was great.
It was a big resort.
It was very
huge. Our room, they put us in the like Disney Club. We're not Disney Club vacation members, but that's what was open. And it's like at the back of the resort.
Yeah.
Or the front of the resort.
We definitely got our steps in.
I mean, just to get from there to the pool.
I understand why there's so many people in Jazzy's.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. Now they need like a Jazzy lane. Like
they should.
We almost got ran over constantly.
Yes.
But yeah, so it is a large resort. Be aware of that. Maybe if you're looking for rooms, if you want to talk to them about being somewhere closer to the pool.
Right.
Because we weren't. There was also next to the pool, right on the outside, a restaurant called Peaches and Cream.
It was like a 50s soda shop. Although we talked to one server who actually said that it's not supposed to be 50s. They want it to actually be like 1920s.
I don't know.
Anyways,
do we know the difference?
No, it's it's like a nostalgic ice cream soda.
All I know is they offer something called the kitchen sink, which is this huge ice cream dish. It's about $30.
Oh, yes.
And the kids wanted it, so we did it. And there's a photo of it up on our Instagram, and it's huge. And we did a terrible job eating it. I feel like we were so wasteful.
Yes. Well, it's the kitchen sink.
Yeah,
it's every kind of ice cream that they have with every kind of topping. Yeah. Just everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was brownie and there was cake and there was chocolate syrup and caramel and just, everything.
And so, that's the burgers though there weren't as good, which was weird.
I was really hoping it was going to be a decent burger.
I know. For all the food we had at Disney World for the whole week, most of it was like really good.
Yes.
Like surprisingly good.
I know.
They missed on the burgers every time.
I know.
I think it was the bread.
I know. I agree. I wasn't a fan of the
bread.
The bun wasn't good.
I don't know. But the Disney Beach Club is right next to Epcot.
Yes.
Like there's a tiny little bridge and there's Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually realized you could show up early. We talked about that in another episode.
Yes.
So we got to Epcot 30 minutes early.
Yep.
It was already open.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been tracking it on the app, like where to go first. And we knew the first thing we wanted to do was soaring over the world.
Yes.
Which is like soaring over California.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
You walk through the building though to get there, and I was like, "This is old.
It's so dated." Well, you went back in high school. Had they changed?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was kind of lame.
Yeah.
And there's as you're waiting in line in this building, there's another ride. I swear it's called the History of Corn. It's like the stupidest thing.
I know.
So, and then also once you've gone on the Avatar ride at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. It just ruins it.
This is just not as cool because now you're not sitting on a dragon. You're just sitting in a chair.
Swinging around.
And so it's almost like if you're going to do it, do Epcot first.
Yes.
Then head over to Animal
Well,
Kingdom.
and if you've done Soaring Over California.
Yeah, you've already done it.
And it's just, I think Soaring Over California is better.
Do you really?
I do. Well, not to ruin it for those who haven't done Soaring Over California, but it's you're going through the orange groves and you smell oranges, and then they do the ocean, and I think it sprays you with water.
Yeah.
This one, I think that I don't even know if they had smell. They definitely didn't have any water.
No, I think you're right about that. Yeah, because we didn't get any of that stuff. And I don't know if that was COVID or just because.
Yeah.
Epcot as a whole, for us, we have a 7 and a 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd recommend it. They're building a bunch of rides right now.
I know.
So maybe in a year.
Maybe.
When they have everything open. But our kids was bored.
Yeah. It also, disclaimer, it also was the hottest day that we were there.
It was so hot. It was miserable.
It was, it was very, very muggy. So that could have a tiny bit to do with it. But for the most part, there's just not cool rides there.
No. And you think Disney World, Disneyland, you want rides. And there's not that. They have food everywhere.
Oh my gosh. And it's boozy there.
It's like a drunk fest.
I love it.
I know.
I want to go back there.
Without the kids.
Without the kids.
At night.
Yes.
And just drink in every country.
And eat. Drink and eat in every country. Yes.
In fact, we did that. So we left the kids in the hotel room.
Yes.
And we went back that night, just the two of us, for an hour.
Yep.
And we had so much more fun.
Yes.
It was a blast because then we could just try the drinks and.
Yeah, we got an egg roll in China, and then we got a Maker's Mark and Coke, frozen Coke in Canada with some maple popcorn.
How good was that?
I know. It was fun.
So maybe that's one not to take the kids to.
Yeah. They do have the Frozen ride.
Yeah, but so we were excited about going on the Frozen ride.
I know. And our daughter Ella, Big Frozen fan.
Loves Frozen.
Yes.
We get on this thing. I thought it was amazing.
Yep.
Like, your voice went up.
It was okay.
Really?
You thought it was amazing?
It was a water ride that went backwards at points. The animatronics were cool.
Yeah. No, it was.
So it was lame.
I'm kind of with Ella on it.
Ella hated it.
She was not a fan.
She was like, this is what you... Like, she did not like the ride.
No, she didn't like it at all.
But it was beautiful. They're singing, like, Let It Go at some points. And
mm-hmm. Sorry.
You're not into it the way I was. Oh, I thought you'd at least be on my side. Okay, so that one sucked, I guess.
Yes.
We also did that test track, which is a roller coaster. Kind of.
What
would you call it?
I don't know. It's just you're in like a test vehicle.
It's like a big advertisement for GM. Or
Chevy?
Was it Chevy? It didn't work on me, whatever they were advertising.
I don't know.
Yeah, the whole way in line, they're just like advertising this car.
Yes.
And then you get on it and you're like, okay, now we're going to go. But instead, it literally is like doing a test track. Like, oh, look at the car swerve.
Yeah.
Look at it stop and go. Which, why are you giving us stop and go?
And then speed up and then slow down. But it wasn't even like a cool speed up. And I don't know.
And then finally they go fast for like 30 seconds. And like, there's your ride. But the kids loved it.
They did love it.
That was like one of their favorite rides.
Yes.
After we talked about it. The other one we did was, oh my gosh.
Mission Space.
Okay. Mission Space is unlike any ride at Disney World.
Yes. And there's two.
Mm-hmm.
You could do Mission Space Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We did not go on that one.
We did not.
Or Mission Space Mars.
Which we did do.
Yes. It's the more intense version. And we figured when we saw it, we knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
Ella was tall enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, it's the more intense one. I'm like, okay, well, it's Disney.
Disneyland.
How intense could it be?
A lot of warnings throughout saying it's intense.
Yes.
We didn't realize how intense.
Oh my gosh. When you get into
it was
the ride itself and you put the harness over and then you looked and saw that there was barf bags there, I realized it was going to be intense.
I know.
And we're getting older.
Yeah.
And the motion of the rides,
it takes off. So the idea is you're on this rocket ship to Mars, right? And you're flying it. So everyone has like a button you have to push. Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to fly this sucker there. And it's spinning you to where you're feeling G's as you go. And you're looking at this video of yourself flying. And I remember thinking to myself, if it doesn't stop soon, I don't know if I'll make the bag.
I know.
Like, I'm just going to let it rip and see what happens. And it stopped just in enough time. But then it gives you enough time to like feel better, and then it goes again.
Yes.
And I couldn't get off that ride quick enough. If there was like an emergency stop button, I would have hit it.
Yes.
And we got off, and then we had to sit there. Mm-hmm. Thank goodness we weren't drinking. Ugh. How do people who drink go on that ride?
I don't know. And I tried to close my eyes thinking that would help. That just made it worse.
They say don't close your eyes. That's one of the things.
I know.
It was terrible.
It also says don't move your head. Like,
tried it all.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a little air thing, and I was like, trying to suck the air just to keep myself okay.
I know. That I would recommend going on it.
To experience
it.
It's something we continue to talk about.
I know.
The one cool thing about Epcot was they had like this garden exhibit going on. They only do it in the spring, but it's all of these like shrubs that have been designed to be the Disney cartoon characters. Yep. And I thought that was really cool.
Just all of the...
It's beautiful.
Yeah. The gardens in general is very pretty. Dated, yes. And I think that they're working on updating it.
It does feel old.
But it is very pretty.
And also, like, some of the shops... I don't know. Like, I don't know why would we want a parasol from France? Like, when would we use that again? Or,
I know. It's a lot of knick-knacky stores.
Yeah, just junk.
Yes.
That I'm thinking, like, afterwards, like, is it even going to be something we would use? So that would be my only thought.
It was just an older park.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people wearing shirts saying, like, I'm 21. I'm going to drink around the world. And I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah. In fact, next time we're going to do that.
Totally.
With I'm 21.
Yes.
Just so people don't judge us. After Epcot, we took a day off from the parks. And so I think we would recommend, if you can...
If you can fit it into your vacation schedule, I would totally recommend having a down day.
Yeah.
For just enjoying the resort that you're staying at, enjoying the pool, and maybe heading over to Disney Springs. That's when you get over there.
Disney Springs is far from where we were there are some resorts that are around it. I thought the waterways connected all the resorts, but they don't. And so that's why when we booked it, we're like, oh, we'll just hop on a boat over to Disney Springs. But it didn't work.
Doesn't.
We had to take that bus over.
Yeah.
I think that was the longest bus drive we
Besides
took.
to the airport.
Yeah,
yes.
It took a while. Lots of shops.
Lots of restaurants. And it's all chain stuff.
Well, yeah.
It's stuff that you've seen before. There's nothing new. I mean, there's the really big Disney shop. Again, I liked going there just because I didn't want to buy things at the resort or at the parks.
Yeah.
So, and like our thing is we always get a Christmas ornament. So I wanted to get a Christmas ornament. I didn't want to get it at the parks because I didn't want to be carrying it around. I mean, this Disney store has
But if
everything.
you do buy at the parks and you're staying on the resort, they will send it back to your hotel room.
They
it will
will.
take like a day.
I know.
But we didn't do that.
No, I mean, I'm like, here's one ornament. Will you please send this? Yeah, I wasn't going to do that. But yeah, it was, I don't know. It's kind of fun to walk through there.
It was nice to do something different. And the restaurant we went to was great. They had
Yes.
a good charcuterie board.
Yes, we went to George's Wine Bar.
Mm-hmm.
And we just wanted an adult meal.
Yeah.
And although we had the kids with us, they did great.
Mm-hmm.
They enjoyed the charcuterie board.
They got addicted to. Since we got home, we've had like 3 different meat and cheese trays.
I know. They've enjoyed doing different concoctions.
Yeah. And then the last resort we went to on the last day was Hollywood Studios.
So fun.
Best one. Don't you think?
Yes. I wish we would have left earlier because, again, now knowing that it was the last one and we could have gotten there earlier,
Yeah.
it took us from where we were staying, it took us a long time to get
We
there.
took the Skyline over, which are the buckets that kind of go up and over all the different resorts, which I don't think is a good idea.
We should have just walked there.
Yeah. Oh, walking there would have taken 10 minutes.
Yes.
But instead it took us like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There was like lines at each place. We get there and we knew we wanted to book it right to Tower of Terror.
Yes.
Which was fun. The kids had a good time on it. That wasn't bad. And then we decided, we had been tracking on the Disney app all the different rides. I knew that I wanted to take our son Liam on Rock and Roll roller coaster.
Yes.
He was tall enough. Ella wasn't. Mm-hmm. That's a great roller coaster.
It was fun because he wanted to ride it again.
Yeah.
So him and I went on it. And I'm glad that I did.
It's like Space Mountain. Like it's a roller coaster.
But it goes upside down.
Yeah. But it's in the dark.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack, because it's Aerosmith.
It was fun.
Oh, it was so good.
I would have gone on it again.
Did you like Toy Story Land?
Here's my problem with Toy Story Land.
Okay.
Just like a lot of these kid lands, there's no shade.
There's none. None.
It's cool looking, but I'm like,
no trees.
there's no trees anywhere.
Yeah. It was so hot right there.
So hot.
In fact, the longest ride out of all the parks, I think was
the
ride.
Slinky.
Yeah, was the Slinky roller coaster.
Yeah, and we never made it on.
No. I was like, well, we're not going to stand in the sun for 90 minutes.
But I did go on the Toy Story Mania ride.
Oh, yeah.
Which was fun. It's like the one that's the interactive, like video game kind of one. That was really fun with the kids. And then the alien swirling saucers.
Yeah.
We did that. You missed those too.
I was in line at Starbucks for like an hour. We needed to pick me up after.
Oh my gosh, we definitely did.
So much. Okay, so if you didn't love Toy Story Land, did you like Star Wars Land? Because you're not like a Star Wars person.
Okay, our family is not.
No, none of us. I'm not.
We couldn't even get our son to really watch the movies. I hate to even say that.
I know.
We're just not. But
It was awesome.
it was awesome. It looked so cool.
Yeah, even if you don't know what it is, you're like, oh, that's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah. Everything about it. Even the cast members and what they have to wear. And then like the different drinks that they had. Even the Coke bottles were different.
Yes.
In Star Wars Land.
Uh-huh.
And there were a few rides. There's 2.
Yes.
Right? Is that all there was? Because there was the Smugglers.
Uh-huh. And then the Rise of the Resistance.
Okay, Smugglers was the one that you actually get into the Millennium Falcon and you kind of fly it.
Yes.
It was cool. Like, it's cool because if you are a Star Wars fan, you go on side, like inside, you see where they played like that chess game. And then when you fly it, I don't know. I hate the fact that they're making me do things.
Right. Well, and we had our son do it and our daughter.
They could not fly though.
I know.
Oh my gosh, they could not fly it.
I would like someone that could actually do it.
So there was a lot of crashing into things. It was fun though. I thought it was awesome, interactive. Like it's amazing what they can do now. But then we were able to get in, like I don't know, this queue. We woke up early to try to register for this queue or this
Yes,
line
you had to be in an online queue
for Rise of the Resistance.
For Rise of the Resistance.
Like how cool can this ride really be?
At 7 a.m. And can I just tell you, at 6:59, I had it in my hand. Right when it turned to 7 o'clock, I pushed the button and it had already sold out of the queue.
We were kind of bummed.
Yeah.
Because we heard it was cool. But then they reopened like a few more at 1.
Yes.
And we were right about to get on the Smuggler's Ride. And you were able to get us on it.
Yes.
The queue was like another 4-hour. So it's a 4-hour online queue.
Right.
To then go wait in the 2-hour line.
I think it was 2 hours.
An hour and a half. It was long.
It was long. What's nice though is because of the social distancing, you're just walking the whole time.
Yeah. And it was worth it. I would have waited 6 hours for that ride.
Oh my gosh. I mean, even though we're not Star Wars people, how could you not think it was amazing?
Yeah, the things Disney can do now on these rides. Like,
you're not on a track.
No.
Just
even in the line, there's a point where they actually move you from one line to another, but you get like this mini ride in between, and that was cool.
Yes.
And then you get off like this transporter, and that's when like the bad guys get you, and they take you on to the spaceship, and you see all these stormtroopers, and it's massive.
I wish we would have taken a picture of it.
Like the one thing we.
Oh, and then the cast members.
Totally.
They're
mean.
They're mean.
It's great. They yell at you.
Yes.
And you get on, and you go in, and you start the next part of the ride. Like, I don't even, we did this other ride that was trackless too. This Mickey and Minnie off screen.
Yes.
I just think it's cool that now they're not using tracks.
Right?
Like, it's crazy.
I know. I think that a lot of people that were riding that Mickey and Minnie one were like, meh. But the fact that it was not
trackless.
Yes.
It was doing things that you've never done on a ride before.
Totally.
Like, I just think that's the amazing part. So that's Hollywood Studios. Okay, we've already gone over again. Did we finish Disney finally?
I think so.
Thank goodness, because we finished a bottle and a half of wine. So
yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, don't judge.
It's not a judgment.
This is judge free.
Thanks for listening to the podcast, though.
Yeah.
Follow us.
Rate us.
Yeah. Our savings starts
tomorrow.